Some random thoughts, man. I'm watching this I watched a few minutes of this documentary that this channel Chicago Scene 88 does. He actually makes documentaries about real gang conflicts, real gang wars, and I kind of look at it like investigative journalism. He's letting you know how effed up it is, and then on the other hand, it's kind of like that's kind of weird. But that's reality. And one thing that I'm thinking about is everybody knows how deadly the cartels are in Mexico. Everybody knows that they torture their enemies and people who they don't like. They use chainsaws to cut their limbs apart when they're still alive, still conscious. I've heard of a video of a guy getting filleted. His whole face is filleted, so he looks like the Terminator skull. And yeah, they actually had an IV of morphine pumping into his neck so that he stayed alive and didn't succumb to shock. You know, and I didn't look at it, but, you know, I've seen enough comments to know this is, I mean, they consider it the worst video on the internet, you know, and, I just thought about it, man. What if that happens here in America? What if, because like we all see what's going on, man. They diss the dead. They go to their deceased rivals' graves to pee and to take a dump on their graves. We've seen that already in the gang culture, not just in Chicago, but all over America. The gang culture is all about disrespect right now. I'm smoking on your dead ops. I mean, I'm smoking on your homies, and they mention them by name. I'm smoking such and such, Sam, John. I'm smoking John. John just got murdered, you know, hit with 100 bullets, and now they're saying that's him. They're going to disrespect him forever now. They're going to talk about him on social media now. And I'm wondering, is this going to evolve into something worse, man? What if our gangs here develop such a hatred for each other that they start using cartel tactics? Now, I know that's kind of crazy, but these guys hate each other. If you hate somebody so much that you make fun of the fact that their friend or family member is dead, and you just keep talking about it and putting it in songs, you hate that person. So is it really unrealistic to think that that could evolve over time into them wielding chainsaws, kidnapping their rivals, cutting off their limbs, recording it? That's crazy, man. That's what happens in Mexico. And in Mexico, the violence didn't just, well, I don't know how long. I can't really say. I'm not aware of how the violence used to be, but I heard Mexico was a lot more peaceful, even with because the cartels have always been around, but the war didn't start until like the 90s, I heard. So Mexico was peaceful at one point, and the cartels were able to do business because they had their own areas. Now they're fighting for routes, so it's deadly. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Who knows what the future holds? Peace.